Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Salatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Our guest of honor, the academic registrar, deans and directors, the university coordinator, heads of departments, the wardens, all IUIU staff, the guild president, and all the newly admitted students, and our invited guests. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On behalf of the Rector of the Islamic University in Uganda, Professor Jamil, I take the honor to welcome you all and to congratulate those students who have been newly admitted to the mighty university, the Islamic University in Uganda. Today, the 25th day of October 2025, and the academic year 2025-2026. We congratulate you, and may Allah bless you as you are here and pursue your studies diligently and successfully. As introduced to you, I'm the Vice Rector in charge of academic affairs, Dr. Jamil Serwanga, and I'm standing before you on behalf of the Rector, and I've been making that statement accepting your admission on behalf of the Rector, and you have made your promise in front of me, but representing the Rector. So, once again, I congratulate you and I wish you success. Welcome to Islamic University in Uganda, and the previous speakers presented a number of issues about the Islamic University in Uganda. It is only that the time we have here is not enough, but I will be telling the stories from A to Z about the Islamic University in Uganda, because I've been around this environment for more than 37 years. I don't know whether that is great to you or to me, but I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He made me to be part of you, or as you are today, in the year 1988, when I was admitted here in October as a student in first year. That is it. I have my teacher here, Ajinko. I don't know whether I'm speaking the right, because I see people are not moved. I thought I would move you, and you stand up and jubilate. Okay, I want to introduce Mr. Adhaji Kong. I don't know whether that is easy. Haji Kong taught me in high school, and we've been together, and I have ever been his dean under the faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. I didn't recognize his contribution towards my success. Thank you very much, Ajin Konge. And members, history is very important. History is very important. Those who are doing history, let me see you standing up. Stand up. History, historians. Hey, I don't see you. Where are you? The number is reducing. I don't know why. Okay. What we are riding on, what we are speaking on, and what this is, we are riding on the back of history. And that's why we are here. And I want to take you quickly through the history of IUIU. The academic registrar made that attempt and he stopped somewhere. But I know everybody here is a historian, and we are told by the historians that if you don't know where you are coming from, you never tell where you are going. Those who know where IUIU is coming from, they will really tell where they want this university to be. And nobody should disrupt the process of that progression of IUIU towards its goals and vision. In 1974, if you have a calculator or if you did some mental work, about 51 years ago, in the city of Lahore, Pakistan, great leaders of the Muslim world sat in that city and deliberated on matters related to the growth and involvement of humanity, and especially the Muslim world, and they decided to set up 2 universities in Africa, one for the Anglophone and the other one for the Francophone. During that time, as we read the history, Uganda was represented at that summit by the then President, Field Marshal Idi Amin Dada. And when they mentioned that they wanted to set up a university in Africa, for the English speakers, he just put up his hand and said that, let me take that university. And there was no objection, and he was granted that opportunity. That is 51 years ago. As you know through history, that time, up to 1986, 87, there was a lot of disruption in the process of development and growth of Uganda until the NRM government came to power. The proposal was lying in the offices of the Ministry of Education, and when the NRM government came to power, led by His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the project was implemented. And in 1988, Islamic University in Uganda was opened up, and it became the second university to be established in Uganda under the affiliation of Organization of Islamic Cooperation. And Uganda is a member, and it is the hosting country. So members, newly admitted students, and all our invited guests, when you read that, you need to reflect a lot. And look at the name of Islamic University in Uganda. It is an international university, and a university established in Uganda, hosted by the government of Uganda on behalf of OIC. And it is by an act of parliament, and that means that it goes beyond the national boundaries and serves humanity all over the world. Today, as we sit here in a very beautiful environment, you will get to know that by 1988, the university started with only 2 faculties and 2 programs and 80 students, as the academic registrar pointed out. But today, I know new students may be fixing some of the dots, but get to know the facts about your great university so that you can stand out and support and present yourself as the best and next to none as you go through the processes of Islamic University in Uganda. Today, we are talking about more than 15,000 students, more than 2 faculties. We have 8 faculties, as I mentioned them later, and we are going to add on the 9th faculty, and that's why we brought you here to see whether you can appreciate the growth and development of this university. As I told you that I had my first degree from here, and during that time, you can imagine 37 years ago, this building was not there. And I've been sharing with the academic registrar who came after 10 years, and during that time, we are fighting for 3 shades. And when it rained, there were no lectures. But today, even if it rained, you could come here and sit in the auditorium. I don't know whether that is a great landmark and appreciating Allah's mercy and the vision of the great leaders who came up with this project. So I call upon you to respect the history, to respect the development, and to stand out to defend the historical development of this university and never to allow any distortion of that history. The vision of this university is very clear, and I know you can check the website, keep on reciting it from time to time so that you can internalize the vision of the Islamic University, which is to be a leading center of excellence for social development. The mission also very clear, to serve as an academic institution based on Islamic values. I've underlined Islamic values, and the previous speakers have already talked about the Islamic values. The Guild President has already mentioned that, academic registrar and the Dean of Students. So our mission is very clear, to serve as an academic institution based on Islamic values that creates knowledge and trains learners to fulfill society's needs. I don't want to elaborate much on that because it's very clear and everybody can pick that. The core activities are very clear. Teaching, you are here and you are here to be taught. Research, you are here to conduct research. Innovation, you are here to be innovative, and community outreach and service and engagement, you are here to participate in all community activities. So those are our core values, core activities, and in any university, we are trying to enhance our processes of teaching, research, innovation, and community engagement. The core values: integrity, excellence, diversity, creativity, and faith. And as we talk today, and as I will mention later on, I will really try to re-emphasize those core values, which are the basis for the development of our communities. To those, or to us, or to you, as students who have admitted today, I want to thank Allah. I want to thank your parents. I want to thank your guardians, who really saw it that it is worth it for them to bring you here. And those who have been here for some time, because I was limited by time, I would have told you so many stories. But I know some people or colleagues who were brought here crying, but as you look at them today, they are enjoying. So I want you to take that position strongly and stand out and ensure that you live by your oath. And for us as Islamic University in Uganda, we are going to, or we are trying our level best to ensure that you get more than what you expected. We are trying to ensure that you get the right content of your different disciplines, you obtain the right skills and the right attitude. And all that will enable you to adjust appropriately to the changing environment. That's also a big topic, but I know that you have the capacity today to adjust and to see how you can adjust appropriately to fit into the environment and you become successful. IUIU, already it has a brand, and you are going to be associated with this brand. And to my side, you are going to associate with me as your Vice Rector in charge of academic affairs, and as an alumni, But that will come only and only if you succeed in your academic endeavors. When you graduate, inshallah, after 3 years, or 4 years, or 5 years, you will be part of the alumni, where I also belong, where the academic registrar belongs, where the Dean of Education belongs, and all the members here belong. So, maintain the IUIU brand. Maybe here, academic registrar, you allow me to inform these students who have been duly admitted to Islamic University of Uganda today that IUIU already has its brand. Those who are doing marketing, you know what it means to have a brand. You are the only product. You are next to none unless you deny that brand. Those who will be seeing your transcripts and certificates, they are very unique. I wish the academic registrar could display, but maybe it will be another time. The way how it is designed, it will be recognized from a distance. And when those who will be managing the interviews, most of the times, they hear that the next candidate is a graduate of IUIU. There are certain scores which they give automatically. In terms of faith, in terms of transparency, in terms of accountability, and all that. It will be to your dismay that you don't live to that expectation. I know, as you move all over the world, certain nationals have acquired certain brands, and sometimes you are mistaken. No, those who are doing law, there's what we call mistaken identity. Let us not be part of that. Let us stand out to ensure that IUIU brand is visible from a distance. Nobody should need to come near you to find out exactly what you are. The moment they say that is a graduate of IUIU, the rest you are going to perform. I have ever traveled by air and sat near a pilot. And one time he asked me, "Do you know how to drive?" I said, "Yes." So he looked at me, and in any case, if there is something going wrong, you have the competence. So for us, at IUIU, this is our belief, this is our conviction. Competitiveness is not our case. I want to request you to take the leverage of ICT, self-restraint, voluntarism, creativity, patience, and perseverance. Today, you need to keep on adding value to yourself. And as you check your smartphone, I hope the smartphones you are carrying are not smarter than you, but check and read about, even before we leave here. As we are seated here, I know that there is Wi-Fi. You can check and read about, before we leave this quadrangle, the 21st currency skills, so that you really internalize them, and IUIU is already in that. Other issues will come as we move forward, and my time is running out, but keep on reflecting that you are supposed to be a solution, not a problem. Consult as much as possible, but selectively. And don't jump into actions which you don't know the procedures. I used to tell a story, but people told me that, "Why do you repeat that story?" That stories are good. I think Kong has written some good books about stories. But there is a story of the aircraft cleaner. I don't know whether you have read about that story. It was a clip which went viral. You can double check. A cleaner of an aircraft was cleaning and landed on a book labeled Volume 1. And the title was How to Fly a Plane. And the instructions were very, very clear. We started reading. Step 1, press this button. He pressed. The engine started. If you want to go to the runway, turn this. He turned, and the plane went to the runway. To take off, press this button. The plane took off. And to land, open Volume 2. And he had on the Volume 1. So I want to call upon you. Don't dare. Don't dare. Don't test it. Okay? Get all the full information, and we are here to support you. I know the guild president is our imam, and he has more time. He can tell you, don't just open volumes. Be systematic and progressive. Time management, in fact, I was getting worried, and we are lucky that our guest of honor was told to wait because the place was almost empty. But let me remind you about time management, trustworthiness, and I want to call upon you to read about the Asian tigers, the Singapores, the Malaysians, that they have been made where, or they are where they are because of 3 aspects which I want you to take on. I abbreviate them in 3 letters. There is M, P, and H. Being meritorious, pragmatic, and honest. That has made those countries to be successful and to be where they are. IUIU growing from 2 faculties, 2 programs to so many, and today you have heard the number which has been admitted, and we hope that you are going to complete time. And as I finish, I want to call upon you to emphasize the aspect of competence-based education, but at IUIU, we are calling value-based competence-based education. Try to acquire as many skills as possible under the various faculties which we have. You have Faculty of Islamic Studies and Arabic Language. You can pick some courses there. You can pick some skills from there. Like the recitation of Quran. I wish I had more time, but I need to tell you, today is our day. When we are in our first year, I know now you can tell which year was that and how many years ago. We used to move in the communities, could go and pray our Asri Maghribis in those communities. I know Sheikh Mikdad is here. I don't know whether Dr. Kaval is here. And whenever you go out, or we could go out, we are highly respected. Because this was the second university to be established in the country, and presenting yourself that you are from IUIU, you had already acquired a certain level of credibility. One evening, one of our colleagues had to pray Maghrib in one of the nearby masjids or mosques. And he mixed up Maghrib and Asri and Isha and everything. Don't know whether that one will pick that. So, the university took it as a policy. No Muslim graduate should graduate from IUIU without memorizing the 10 short surahs because of the disaster which we faced. Another one mixed up Adhan and the Ikama, so we want really to thank the administrators that they brought that policy. And even the introduction to Islam, some people, some James, some Richards, even Arabic. So I know some people may despise, but Arabic is a tool of survival, and Introduction to Islam is a tool of survival that you can adjust appropriately in the community. I know there is one colleague who was James, but one time he told me that he was once the acting minister of Dawa, and I was asking, how did you manage? He said, because of the Introduction to Islam, I was able to adjust appropriately. So members, let us team up, let us work together to maintain and enhance the credibility of Islamic University of Uganda. I want to end here. I now taken more than the time I was given, and I thought that it was necessary. And I want to wish everybody who is here, even wishing myself. I know for me, I could be the luckiest man here, because all of you now, all of you know me. Anybody who doesn't know me now? You want to come closer to know me? Now that is part of social capital. I know Ajikung has a program on our radio about how to make money. Now, I'm part of you, and I will be benefiting much more from you. Probably you benefiting much more from me. And for that note, I wish everybody good life and successfulness in your life, and especially at your stay, during your stay at the Islamic University of Uganda, as you pursue your academic endeavor. Thank you very much for your listening. May God bless you. And on this note, I want to take the honor to invite our guest of honor to come and address you. Our guest of honor is my student. Hey, what does it mean? You stand for that or you clap? I don't know. Or you set a field. Mr. Coco Francis, a senior education officer, Mbale City. You know what that means? He's our boss. He's our boss because we are an education institution. He's a former student of IUIU. Maybe he came after 10 years, after me. Now he's my boss. He did his Bachelor of Education. Dr. Kepong is, I don't know whether he's around. He should come and check that list of honor. It's ours. I wish AR is going to organize a public lecture so that we tell you where we are coming from, where we are, and where we want to be. He did a Bachelor of Education, History Economics, from Islamic University in Uganda. Has a master's in education management from IUIU. Did law, I don't know whether you remember him. He has LLB from IUIU. What a person. What a person. And you can guess what I've whispered to him. Who can guess? Because I'm a teacher by training, who can guess what have I whispered to our chief guest? Let me get one hand. This is competence-based education, competence-based speech, and IQ testing. Who can guess which whisper? Not fear. Confidence and I've said, let me repeat. BA Education from IUIU. Masters in Education, IUIU. LLB, IUIU. So what is my whisper to him? Who has cheated? So Mr. Francis, you are welcome. These are our newly admitted students, and you know the journey. You know the journey. You can take them through, and we really thank you very much for honoring our invitation. May the Lord bless us all, and we invite you to come and address the gathering.